Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how you can watch CBeebies from the USA. Now, CBeebies is the BBC's children's channel for younger children, preschoolers, and most parents in the UK, I would say, probably watch it all the time. It really is good quality children's programs, and for those of us who've had small children, we've been brought up with the likes of the Teletubbies and In the Night Garden and stuff like this, so it really is useful. But can you watch it in the USA? Well, I'm going to show you how you can do it. Now, as you probably realise, if you try and go to the BBC iPlayer site where CBeebies lives, so this is the BBC website, BBC iPlayer website, there's all the live things there, and each channel has its own sort of web page where you can click on and watch all the older programs that have been broadcast, or you can go and watch it live from the schedule. There's the schedule, and we can just click what's on at the moment. So if we just click watch live, it'll go there, but unfortunately, if you're not in the UK, you'll get this message. This content is not available in your location. You occasionally get another error message, but it's usually something like this. So what's happening? Well, it's called geofencing or geo-targeting or geo-blocking, or whatever you do. What is happening? I'll just show you quickly. This is gps/coordinates.org. This is a website that shows your location based on your IP address, which is exactly what BBC iPlayer is doing. And you can see it's looked up my location and seen that the IP address is not registered UK, it's in the US. So I will never be able to watch BBC iPlayer while this IP address is being reported in that location. So what can I do? Well, you could move to the UK, but there's a cheaper and much more convenient way, and that's to use something like a VPN. So let me just close all this down now for you, and I'll show you how you can watch it. Okay, so you have to use something called a VPN, which is a virtual private network, and the one I use is called NordVPN. There are quite a lot of others. In fact, there's hundreds, if not thousands, of VPN services. What you have to be careful, though, is lots and lots of them are blocked by the BBC iPlayer and most of the UK TV sites, so they won't actually work. NordVPN is one that does work, so if you fancy trying that, there's a link in the description below to their latest discounts. But there's also, you should know something about NordVPN servers. They actually have some that are optimized for BBC access. Now, the reason they do this is because BBC iPlayer basically block IP addresses based on how many people are using them. So if like 2,000 people all connect from a single IP address, it tends to look, it's fairly obvious it's a proxy or a VPN server. So they'll block it for a certain period of time. What NordVPN have done is, rather than try and neglect all their hundreds of IP addresses clear, they have some specially optimized ones. So if you can see here, 1840, 1841, 42, 43, all these are optimized for access to BBC. Basically, they rotate the IP addresses and make sure too many people aren't using them at the same time, so they don't get detected and they don't get blocked. So if you do use NordVPN, use one of these. If you use one of the other services, just check that it does work with BBC, because, as I say, the vast majority don't. Okay, let me just close there now, and we'll start Nord and show you how simple it is. Now, I'm doing this on a desktop, but there's apps for phones and tablets and everything, so you can use whatever you like, really. Here it is. You can see I've just got the basic VPN, NordVPN subscription, the very cheapest one. And you can see there's servers all over the world, but we need one in the UK. Now, the sort of standard way is just clicking on the country and click on the UK, and it will connect to the fastest. What you want to do is to go to one of the optimized ones, as I've explained. So you can just type in the number of one of them in there and search, and I've got one listed below. 1840, and can connect to that. As I say, if you want to use the, if you're not using the BBC, it doesn't matter. You can just go straight to any of them. All right, let me start a browser and go to the BBC iPlayer again. And we need to go to the CBeebies channel. That's the channels. Of course, you can use, using a VPN also allows you to use all the rest of the BBC iPlayer, which is absolutely packed full of, there's about 11 channels and thousands of really great shows. Okay, so we're on the CBeebies channel here, and let's just watch live. This basically goes to the live channel. And you can see now, it works perfectly. I'll just stop that there now. And you can go to any of the sites and watch whatever you like, really. The trick here is that the BBC now sees the IP address of the VPN you've just connected to. So it sees a British IP address, and it worked perfectly. And that's basically all there is to it. If you haven't got a BBC iPlayer account, don't worry, they're absolutely free. There's a link to a video showing how you register your account. But basically, you just go to the BBC iPlayer site, find the register button. You'll need an email address. It will ask you for a UK postcode, which is like a US zip code. You just need to find one online. It doesn't matter where you get it from, or as long as it's real. They don't look it up. They'll also ask you if you've got a UK TV license. You have to say yes to that because it won't work without it. But again, don't worry, there's no check. And that's basically it. That's how to watch the CBeebies in the USA. If you do watch CBeebies, I should add, one of the best things for kids is to watch the bedtime story things. Well, our little ones were loved this, and it's in the CBeebies schedule. And about obviously US time, you'll have to adapt this slightly. But it sort of winds down to a bedtime, so they have quieter and quieter programs, and there's something called In the Night Garden, and then it finishes in GMT, in UK time, at 10 to 7, there's a bedtime stories thing, and then there's a little song after. It's great for getting little kids to sleep, it really is. Sounds a bit of a cheat, but hey, it works. Okay, well, anyway, I'm leaving now, thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Bye for now. Bye-bye.